Hey, what's up guys, Roblox here and welcome back to finally another F1 2017 video. It's been such a long time since I've done this game, probably about 2 or 3 months now, so we're going to be getting back into it. We're going to be doing different types of racing games on the channel as well as Need for Speed. So let's get into this F1 video. This is an F1 2017 mod video. This is a mod which adds the a fantasy 2018 livery for the Red Bull Aston Martin team. So this race is at Abu Dhabi. It's just a 25% race, and it's just going to be showing off the livery, which I think is real nice. But so you can see, coming to turn 1, you can tell I'm a bit rusty on F1 because we ran wide into turn 1, so that's not too good. But we've slotted back into P9, just ahead of Hulkenberg, who's on our inside, and then we're going to maybe try and move up the inside of Ocon and Raikkonen, which we do. A bit of contact, but we get away with it. Raikkonen's made a bad start compared to his teammate, who is actually leading the pack. The Ferrari is immense on this game. I've also got the mod for the Martini Williams racing team, just so it adds in the Martini branding, because it's not in the stock version of the game. But getting back to this race, you can see we've got Kimi Raikkonen just behind us. I think he was trying to go around the outside there, but he was never going to make it there, as he obviously went off the track. But we're slotted into P7 then, and we're going to start to see if we can build up a bit of momentum, a bit of momentum and a bit of pace to catch up to Felipe Massa, which we should do. But more importantly, we've got to defend from Raikkonen, because that Ferrari car is so bloody quick on this game. But we're going to take a replay of the start, because I love the replay cameras in this game. And I think I forgot to turn the replay music off, which is a bit of a dubstep track in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. I couldn't quite hear it, but I think it is there. So just ignore that if you can hear it. I'm going to go in the settings and turn that off. But you can see at turn 1, we just ran wide. I'm using a brand new wheel as well. I'm using the Logitech G29, which I bought recently. So I used to use the Driving Force GT, but as you know, that was incredibly loud, and it's an old wheel. So I've upgraded it. I've had that wheel ages, had it years, like 6-7 years probably. So I've got the Logitech G29 now, which I'm going to be using. Hopefully you can do some live content with that, because it is a quiet wheel, and maybe some more F1 live streams. Now the season's over, sort of going to be modding the game, and I'm going to do a modded career mode, but I'm not sure what to do. I don't want to do a 2018 season yet. Not yet, I'll save that for the new year. But I was thinking maybe doing a career mode with this Aston Martin Red Bull livery. Maybe we could get some driver changes going on and just do a modded career mode, which should be cool. But let me know what you think of doing a Red Bull Aston Martin career mode. Let me know in the comments, and give it a like as well if you are enjoying the race so far. So lap number 2, you can see we're going purple, but that's expected on the second lap of the race. We're just behind Felipe Massa and ahead of Kimi Raikkonen. So we're going to be trying to find a way past Massa. We're a bit far behind, but we're going to maybe have to defend from the Ferrari of Kimi Raikkonen. Maybe he's going to try up the inside. We're just keeping an eye on him. He hasn't got DRS, luckily, but the Ferrari power unit is a lot, well, it's a lot more powerful than the Renault one in the Red Bull here, and obviously a lot more reliable as well. Ignoring that, getting on to the next clip in this race, you can see Kimi Raikkonen is all over the back of us. And we're just going to be trying to find a way past Felipe Massa. You can see Raikkonen's behind us, dodging and diving, trying to just find a way past us, but we've caught up right to the back of Felipe Massa now. So lap number 3, just trying to find a way past. Should have DRS now, but that means Raikkonen's going to get it as well. So hopefully us having it as well will neutralise his, and hopefully he won't come up the inside, which I'm really worried he is going to. He's going to start to pick up a lot of momentum now. You can see him coming, but he's going to stay behind us by the looks of it. And on the brakes, a little lock up on the inside, but we managed to get away with it. Felipe Massa still ahead of us, and now onto lap number 4. We're going to try find a way past him now. You can see coming into the braking zone. Oh, give him a little push through there. We get away with it. Double lock up on the fronts, but we do get away with just giving him a little push. But up the inside we go on Felipe Massa, put the power down, bit of oversteer, and I think Raikkonen might have followed us through, which is not good, because we was hoping that Massa would have been able to hold him up a bit. But nonetheless, we're going to carry on pushing on. You can see just a replay of that coming up the inside there under the bridge of Abu Dhabi. So lap number 6. Coming up behind Daniel Ricciardo up the inside at the end of that straight. Nice easy move on our teammate in the other Aston Martin Red Bull. You can see just taking a replay, just start braking, use the DRS and the overspeed, and then just go down the inside, nice and easy, late on the brakes, job done. So we are actually driving as Max Verstappen, as you probably have already realised, which I haven't mentioned in this video, and Daniel Ricciardo is our teammate. So onto the back of Perez now, but I think we're going to come into the pits now. Our engineer is telling us to pit, so we're going to head on into the pits and put some super soft tyres on, which should be able to take us to the end of this race. So coming in the pits now, just behind the Force India of Perez. See if we can get out, but we get held up by, is that Massa? I think it might have been Massa. And he's coming in the pit now. But so we haven't lost out any positions, but maybe we've lost about a second, which is quite a lot on track. But I think the Force India was a bit slow because he's a bit closer. So don't think we lost too much time in the pits. Coming out of the pits then, let's see if whereabouts on track we're going to slot in, and if we can catch up to Perez in the Force India. Force India, a really good looking car this year. Well, the season just gone, but a really nice looking car. And so this is Aston Martin Red Bull. I really like the on the rear wing, you can see it says Aston Martin Red Bull. On the shark fin as well, they've got the Aston Martin logo. As you can see there on the rear wing, the Aston Martin name. But the only problem I have with this is the Red Bull logo at the front is flipped, so it's backwards on one side of the car, but there's nothing too serious. You can see there Ricciardo slots in behind us, so we haven't lost out any time in the pit stages of this race. But we're coming on to the back of Sergio Perez now, so we're going to pick up the slipstream and the DRS and go up the inside and get the job done. So we've been able to pass Sergio Perez now, and we're up into P4, but it looks like Lewis Hamilton, who's in third place, and obviously Bottas in second, and Vettel leading the way. They're too far ahead. They're about 8.5 seconds, and that gap's growing by about half a second to a second each lap. So you can see the complete pace difference between the three manufacturer cars. So you can see now, coming towards the end of the race, we completely outbraked ourselves, and we're going to have to cut across the AstroTurf, which is going to allow Daniel Ricciardo just up behind us. You can see there's then Perez and then Raikkonen behind him. So there's a bit of a queue of cars behind us, so that mistake's cost us quite a bit of time as we had caught up and made up a bit of a gap. So we're now starting to feel the pressure from behind from Daniel Ricciardo, our teammate in the other Aston Martin Red Bull car. So we're just going to come into this braking zone. We've got 2.5 laps to go to try and build up the gap. I've really been able to build up the gap through these tight corners because this Red Bull car has an amazing chassis and good downforce. Couldn't get my words out. Good downforce on this car. So we've got Daniel Ricciardo up behind us. We weren't able to pull out through that section of corners. Now we've got Kimi Raikkonen as well, who's fastest out of the three of us. And he's going to go flying up the inside. Daniel Ricciardo to our outside. Can we outbrake him? We can outbrake our teammate and almost up the inside of Kimi Raikkonen. Can we keep it around the outside for the next corner? It's not going to work there, so we're going to struggle to put the power down, and Raikkonen is going to escape from us. If we just take a replay of that, you can see 3 wide, and then the power of the Ferrari and the straight line speed is just insane. Up the inside and then round the outside of our teammate there. So on to lap number 13. As you can see, coming up, braking at the end of this straight, hitting the back of Kimi Raikkonen, and we lost half of our front wing, which is really going to cost us through the last lap and a half of this race, as we've got to make sure we try and keep ahead of our teammate Daniel Ricciardo and try and catch up to Kimi Raikkonen just ahead. But you can see we just started to lock up because we've lost part of the wing, which is going to cause us to lock up a bit, and the balance of the car is just going to be slightly off, which means we're not going to be able to push through these corners. You can see now on the final lap, we're going to do the rest of this lap in the replay cam so you can see the livery, since we've got the 2 Red Bull Aston Martin cars together out on track. So you can see we've just got a bit of a view of the nice lovely side of Max Verstappen's head and the side of his helmet, which is just what you want to see from this livery. You can really see what it looks like, but the camera should change now. As you can see, I think, yeah, Daniel Ricciardo is right behind us, so we've really got to push and stop talking shit and just get out of here. You can see now we are starting to pull away. I think we've got slightly more straight line speed, slightly less aero, but Daniel Ricciardo does have the DRS on the back of us, and he's not close enough to mount an attack, and we should be able to just hold the race in line and take 5th place in this race. But we'll have to see if we're able to do it. It's easier said than done, but He is right up behind us, isn't he? Daniel Ricciardo, when I was doing this race, I didn't realise how close he actually was to the back of us. And you can see Kimi Raikkonen's just gone. That Ferrari car is just insane, as you can see, because Sebastian Vettel will win the race. Only a few corners left to go, and hopefully we can hold on to 5th place. No mistakes around the final 2 corners. Nope. Nice and tidy through there. Nice and tidy through the final corner. So we're going to come home to take 5th place. So I hope you have enjoyed the return of F1 to this channel. And let me know in the comments what you think about doing a possible modded career mode with the Red Bull Aston Martin team. But anyway, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, give it a like. Give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram. And make sure you subscribe for more videos. So we'll see you in the next one.
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
So here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more.